Welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. Today is Tuesday, October the 6th, 2020. I'm getting ready to run my COVID-19 analysis report for the US today. So let's just go ahead and let this run and see exactly what we got. Okay, as you can see, we're currently averaging about 28,686 cases per day and 808 deaths per day, which is down a little bit from yesterday. Okay. This is our mortality rate. You can see this, so this would be 2.5. So this is maybe 2.75% mortality rate. Look at all the weeks below the average, at or below the average, all the days. Okay. This is the cases per day. Well, we saw a slight spike up here, and now it seems to be trending downward. Okay. So cases are, we came down from that huge spike back up here. Now we're coming down. Let's take a look at deaths for today. Well, as you can see, the deaths are continuing to trend downward. Okay. We had a spike back up here in July, and from this point on, it's been going downward. Okay. Let's take a look at the current spike, which began about June. This is cases, of course, and the lowest line gives us a kind of the trend analysis. We can see exactly what it's doing. Well, I see some spike here. It's still well below this spike up here, and you can see that it kind of leveled off here. Now cases are starting to decline, maybe a little bit. Deaths. You can see the steady decline in deaths here. The trend in the trend is our friend, and the trend right now in deaths is a steady decline. All right. So let's save these two plots right here. And excuse me. So those for later purpose. So now let's take a look at the weekly cases. The red line is the average number of cases per week, and you can see that the cases, the good news is they're still well below this spike up here. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, for 10 straight weeks in a row, had its close behind. There's been fewer cases for each week than this spike right here, even if we have a bit of a climb back up here. Remains to be seen what this is going to do. I think more interesting is probably the deaths. This is the average number of deaths. It's about 8, so it's what is it, 801 right now? This is the average number of deaths per week. Look at the number of times even as far as over here, when the weekly deaths were below the average. Okay? That's critical. That's critical to understand that. All right? Now let's look at months. You can see that we had a spike in July, but August and September cases were below the July numbers. Deaths. Well, you can see that we had in June and July we had a bit of a spike up in deaths, peaking in August. It looks like, but now in September we had fewer deaths in September than we had in August. So that's good news. Still not sure what use this is. It's a low-S number, or it's not low. It's a 14-day moving average plotted on top of a 30-day moving average. It's kind of interesting, but not necessarily useful. Okay, so the news overall for the U.S. remains to be pretty good. It's the cases are continuing to decline. It looks like cases are starting to resume a decline, a trend downward, and there's a definite downward trend in the number of deaths, as you saw in weekly, both daily and weekly numbers. So that takes care of the report for today for the U.S. Let's just upload our let's just correct the date here. Rerun this. Now let's just update this. Okay, well, that concludes the report for the U.S. for today. If you haven't done so already, please go back and subscribe to the Caribou Data Science channel. Like and share this video if it's helpful to you. I also hope for us in the U.S. that this video is an encouragement to us. What we see is the sacrifice that you and me are making, wearing masks, social distancing, and self-isolation, is making a difference in the number of deaths. Okay, deaths are declining, and in the end, diseases are measured by deaths and not cases. Just as simple as that. But it may be kind of hard, but that's just the case. That's just the way it is. Okay. So anyway, thanks so much for your time today. I appreciate it as always, and we'll catch you on the next report.